Hello, I'm Paul Hutchins, President of Sampson Community College, and welcome to another edition of the President's Corner, an opportunity for me to visit with faculty, staff, and students at Sampson Community College and discuss events, programs, and activities that are happening here at Sampson Community College. Today I'm fortunate to be joined by Amanda Bradshaw. Amanda is the director of our Small Business Center at the college. Amanda, welcome and good afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
Well, I look forward to the opportunity to visit for a little bit, and I'd like to start, Amanda, by asking you to, if you would, describe your role as the director of the Small Business Center here at Sampson Community College.
Absolutely, absolutely. So as the director, one of the biggest positions that I have is meeting with folks one-on-one, and I serve as a counselor / advisor to them. If they're either looking to start a business or they've already started a business and having some questions about different aspects of their business at this point in time. As I always kind of joke with folks whenever they come in and they say, well, do you offer legal advice or do you have money? No, I have no money to give you. I do not loan money. I do not have grants. And I am not an accountant, nor am I a lawyer, but we do help to advise you in which direction that you should be. And that's a great responsibility that I have.
Well, what constitutes a small business? In other words, if someone was thinking about starting a business, what would qualify as a small business, and what are some of the particular things that you can help someone kind of navigate through that process to get a business started?
The SBA, the Small Business Administration of the United States, actually qualifies a small business as anybody that employs less than 500 people. Oh, okay. Well, of course, that puts most of Sampson County in that realm there. But I will tell you that most of the folks that walk in the door with me, they are normally a personally owned business that does not have employees. They may have 1 to 5 employees, or it could be a small organization or a small corporation around that has 10 to 25 employees. So most of the time you're looking at about 25 or less employees, if you even have employees, because it doesn't mean that you have to have employees to be a small business. It can just be owner operated and managed, which I see quite frequently too.
Now, if I was going to start a small business, or if there are folks watching that are perhaps thinking about starting a small business, what are some things that you would work with them and help them to understand that are important to consider before you get too deep in the water with the venture?
Great question. I was just talking with a young lady on the phone about a few of these aspects this morning. One is we help you to do your homework. So many times you have folks that have already come in and signed a lease, or they've signed something that is holding them to some kind of a contract, and they didn't do their homework beforehand. So we'll go through and we'll help you to do your homework with the planning committee. We'll help you to do your homework to figure out what type of sign you're allowed to have, what size it should be, where it should be, what type of permits you need to have locally, state, and federally, and who needs to be on your team. And for most folks, that I really recommend that you have a lawyer, accountant, and your insurance person on your team, and we help to line them up with some certain resources in the community that they're able to utilize here.
What are some of the types of businesses that people have come to you wanting to start up? It might kind of help folks get a better feel for if what they're thinking of doing kind of matches with things that you've helped people with.
We have the gamut. It runs from simple home-based businesses of people having a service. A service example would be that they are responsible for posting social media posts for certain businesses around in the county. So in other words, another business owner would send them the content that they wanted to post, and this person would simply take the time to go and stick it on the different types of social media apps that are out there for marketing opportunities. Other businesses could be sports equipment, clothing. I get a lot of clothing requests. Coffee shops, restaurants. Restaurants probably number 2 of what I get that comes in the door. Catering businesses. I mean, you name it, we get it that it comes in. So as I tell folks, whatever idea you have, let's put it out on the table. Let's brainstorm about it. Let's talk about it, and let's figure out if there's a customer base for it to start with. And then we kind of go from that point.
Now, I don't want to put you on the spot with this question, but I feel like I need to ask it. Have people come in with ideas about a small business to start, and and you really try to dissuade them because of where they're at or what it is they want to do. Can you elaborate on that just a little?
I do. I see, it depends on what your definition of success is. For some people may say, well, success for us would be a number to say that we started X amount of businesses. I don't see success as that way. I see success as being that you and your family came in with an idea, we talked about it, we researched the market, we looked at it and decided maybe that's not the best opportunity for this particular area. Or maybe we need to wait a few years because this area hasn't quite caught up to where other more urban areas are that would be more apt to purchase those types of products or services. So again, that goes back to what your definition of success is. And yes, I do have those conversations, and I'm very honest with people whenever it comes time, because especially you're talking about people going into debt over things, or talking about people using their life savings to do something with. I want to make sure that they're 100% confident with this and before they hop into this process and they've already spent all that and can't get it back.
Sure. Well, we're going to pause now for just a moment, and we'll be back with more of the President's Corner in just a moment.
The life lessons taught in a barbershop have always stuck with me. But owning a barber school has been a lesson all its own. I didn't know how time-consuming starting my own business would be. Thankfully, my small business center was there for me. They've helped thousands get started by offering one-on-one counseling and much more. And as a North Carolina taxpayer, there's no additional cost. So take a lesson from me and start your business with the North Carolina Small Business Center.
Your local small business center, helping people start businesses for 30 years. Find us at ncsbc.net.
Welcome back to the President's Corner. I'm Paul Hutchins, president at Sampson Community College, and today I'm visiting with Amanda Bradshaw, the director of the Small Business Center at Sampson Community College. Amanda, there are 58 community colleges in the state of North Carolina, and there are 58 folks, including yourself, that work helping people start small businesses across the state. How does that group of individuals network or work together to perhaps help each other?
Wow, what a great resource we have here in North Carolina. You know, I'll be the first to tell you that I know certain things about a niche particular business, but I do not know everything whenever it comes to a business. So if you have a manufacturing business coming into town, or just some areas that I'm not an expert in by no means, I rely on those other folks across the state. We'll send out questions via email, or I'll give them a call and I'll say, look, this is what I've got. I've got a client that's looking to open a trucking business, or a client that's looking to do such and such. And I'll say, what can you give me about this? What have you learned? You know, and these folks are really willing to share because they've been down the road of, we tried it this way, this worked, this didn't work. So they're really willing to share that with you, and they want you to be successful. Everybody works as one large team with all of us throughout the community colleges, and I think that's just such a great support system to have, especially for those of us that are newbies, you know, less than a year walking in the door to this particular thing. And it's exciting too, because it gives everybody the opportunity to learn in different ways and to kind of get different viewpoints. So I might have seen a particular situation or a business this way, and then somebody coming into it from the western part of the state may have a different vantage point on it. So it really is an advantage to have 58 of us across the state and to work together. I enjoy talking to those folks too. I talk to them. I talk to no less than 3 a day, every day.
Wow.
Just getting information, or they're calling me asking for information too. So it's a great resource.
Very good. Now, Amanda, for the folks that are watching that may be thinking about starting a small business, to get the whole process started working with you here at Sampson Community College, how would you recommend that people go about getting started with you?
Great question. So there's lots of different ways that you can get up with us. We try to make it as friendly as possible for all the different types of folks that are in Sampson County. One of the first ways I would say would be to visit our Sampson Community College website, and you'll go under the Continuing Ed tab, and we're there on the right hand side of the page where it says Small Business Center. That gets you in touch with me contact wise. It gets you our phone number, email, and places to register for our seminars. The other place that I would also recommend is we're on Facebook too, so you can just search us out on Facebook, and we keep everything posted up there. Another avenue that you can go to is through the ncsbc.net. That address again, ncsbc.net. Now that's our state link. And not only can you see the seminars that we're offering at that link, but you can see all of the other seminars across the state there too. Registration's free. Click on it, complete your name, give us a little bit of information about yourself, and you move on and you're done. So that's a great way. Or you can email me. Email is jbradshaw@sampsoncc.edu. That address again, jbradshaw@sampsoncc.edu. Good old phone call works the same way too. We'll take those any day out of the week. And I often have people ask, can I just stop in? You can. I don't know that I would recommend it though. I'm out and about in the community a lot of days and I don't want to miss your visit. So just, you might want to give us a ring beforehand and just make sure I don't have any appointments scheduled for that morning or not going to be out of the office, just to make sure I'm in that day if you just want to drop in. But those are all the ways that you can get up with us. So you can do one or more. It's up to you.
So you can call the college number 592-8081 and ask for Amanda Bradshaw is one way to get in touch, or through the email or Facebook links or other ways that you can get in touch with the Small Business Center and Amanda Bradshaw. Amanda, thank you for joining me today. It's been a pleasure visiting with you. And thank you for the leadership and the great service you provide to the folks here in Sampson County through the Small Business Center.
Thank you. It's a joy.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of the President's Corner, and we look forward to seeing you again next month.